Good afternoon, we are team number 1 and today we will talk about the TOEFL exam. Well, I will start by giving you an introduction to the TOEFL. TOEFL means for Test of English as a Foreign Language. This test is very important because it is an international exam to test your English skill and abilities, and many scholarships and certification programs require their applicants to take the TOEFL. There are two types of TOEFL exam, the first computer-based and the second paper-based. The exam that we as QC students will take is the TOEFL paper-based simulator. It is worth mentioning that no one can fail the TOEFL exam. You will receive a certification no matter what your score was. Take into consideration that university requires certain points that you will need to get. For instance, you are expected to get a minimum score of 550 points in your TOEFL simulator. The exam has approximately 140 questions divided into 3 sections.
Hi, I'm Perla. This is generalities. An overview in the TOEFL IBT test directly measures your skills and in reading and listening and speaking and reading. Some supporting skills are tested directly. Grammar is the basic and the complex grammatical structures in the speak and written the stats will affect your score. A strong component of English grammar will also help you comprehend the material in the reading and the listening sections. And on the TOEFL ITP, there is whole sections dedicated to the grammatical and structural elements of the language. It is important not only to be with the elements, but also to use the appropriately.
To do this TOEFL exam, the first thing that you need to know is obviously how to speak, write, and read in English. So if you don't know how to do it, the best thing that you can do is take an English course as soon as possible. Besides this, the best advice that I can give you is make English part of your life by listening to music, watching movies, and even playing video games in English, because this will make your learning more interesting, easier, and faster. Uh, once you did this, it's time to take TOEFL exam simulations. That will help you to first to know your weaknesses. This is essential to know which skills to focus on to improve them. Second one, this will help you to know how to manage your time, because yes, this exam has a limit of time. And third, this exam no yeah this these simulations will help you to know how this exam works, so you can lose the nervous that it makes you feel.
I'm going to about the strategy for the TOEFL. To study to the TOEFL, you can consider the following strategy. The first, analyze the strengths. Is the strategies, consider what style you have and use them to improve and apply them to improve your TOEFL goals. The second strategy is to identify your learning styles. Consider what you are better at and this about the learning styles and focus them on study. Another strategy is motivate yourself. In this drive, desire to meet your goals. Another strategy is to set goals. In this strategy, start goal building a map of objectives that help you in the final objectives. Another strategy is to plan your study schedule. Make a schedule where you combine our learning with the day routine. Another strategies is check out your progress. You have to constantly review your goals, keeping or record your process.
Now we are going to talk about note taking, paraphrasing, and summarizing. In addition, for the four major skill areas in the TOEFL test, there are several supplementary skills that will help you succeed on the test as well as in your academic studies. Taking notes is the most effective way to organize and remember what you heard in class, as well as what you read outside of class. Knowing when the important information is about to be presented is an essential skill in effective note-taking. In the types of listening passage you will encounter on the test, listen for signals that important ideas or details are to come. To paraphrase effectively, it's important to have clear notes on what you have read or heard. Look at your notes and think about how you might explain the material to someone who is unfamiliar with the topic. Then, write or speak using synonyms, simplified words, and different sentences structures from the original passage to clearly explain the concept.